Hi all, Bhaskar here. I had a moment to myself, so I just want to share this little anecdote with you. This weekend, I was with my friend Frederic in this beautiful place in Valmorin. He's an amazing human being, very high level guy, and great conversation. And he made a comment which I found fascinating. He just has a new son, baby Arthur, who is now 6 months old, and he said, "You know, Bhaskar, I see everything as a project. And right now I have this project, baby Arthur, and I'm giving this project my full attention." And I thought, what a wonderful observation, to see everything as a project. Now there are of course some obvious projects that we do, some little common ones, like everything, like a shopping list for example is a project. You know, you cross off the cucumber, you cross off the carrot, there's a project finished, another project finished. We also have our to-do list. They're all little projects that have been crossed off. Some more substantial projects that might take a few months, like looking after a garden, or something more significant, a bigger project at work that might take a few years or so. These are all projects, but to actually consider that even your own son or your own daughter or your own boyfriend or girlfriend or mother or father, they can all be like projects, is incredible, because that's essentially what it is. You know, there was a time when there's a Frederick, and then there's this boy, Arthur, who comes along, and then there'll be a time when the two will separate. It's just the law of nature. Something's bound to happen when the two will separate. So in that time in between, this person is a project. So I just imagined looking at all my relationships with friends and colleagues and family members and so on as projects. So in that time, to look after these projects, and even this thing here, this body thing, is really a project. You know, I'm looking after it, and it's given to me as a project that I'm privileged to look after. This mind as well, a project to look after. But they're really projects, and I like this word because it kind of gives a little distance. It's not me, it's a project. So like a good gardener, a mindful gardener is looking after the garden, taking out the weeds, putting in all the seeds and nourishing the soil, etc. But there's an objectivity to it. Like, I'm looking after this thing. Just like that, imagine if nothing here is me or mine. I'm just looking after stuff. And in looking after stuff, I can be totally sincere without getting heavy-handed and tight and caught up in knots and stressed and anxious, because you're just a conscious, mindful gardener, just a project manager, if you will, of all these projects. And all we can really do is to sincerely make our best effort to look after these projects. So I wish you well with all the projects you have going on, both intimately and at a larger scheme. And may your projects somehow, directly or indirectly, serve the greater good. Stay blessed.